Hare Krishna, welcome to Hare Krishna News. Our news for the day is KirtanParty.com launches drive to increase street chanting. There has been a very successful effort in North America over the past 3 years to keep increasing distribution of ISKCON Founder Srila Prabhupada's book. And now the same innovator behind that idea has a plan to give the same boost to street chanting of Krishna's holy name, another spiritual practice Srila Prabhupada placed a lot of importance in. The religious practice for the age of Kali, yuga-dharma, is to broadcast the glories of the holy names, states its translation of the Sri Chaitanya Charitamrita. And in a 1974 letter he wrote, "It is this sankirtana which is the life and soul of our movement." At the North American GBC and Temple President meeting from January 20th to 25th in Dallas, Texas, book distributor His Grace Vaisesika Prabhu launched a new program along with an accompanying e-newsletter and website kirtanparty.com to assist and inspire communities to increase their public kirtan programs. Vaisesika Prabhu is inviting ISKCON community leaders and members all over North America to join the Kirtan Party Google group through www.kirtanparty.com and begin reporting every 2 weeks on how many times they have sent a Kirtan parties out to chant publicly. The result will then get published on kirtanparty.com. Vaisesika says, "What gets measured gets improved," by quoting leadership expert Robin S. Sharma. Just by becoming aware of how many times they are doing it and how many times others are doing it, devotees will naturally become encouraged to do it more. He refers to the history of the World Sankirtan newsletter, which began tracking the book distribution result of just a few temples way back in 1974 and inspired centers the world over to increase their efforts as more and more started reporting. The Kirtan Party program isn't just interested in increasing the quantity of Kirtan parties going out. However, it's also interested in upping the quality. The first point is that it should be pure. Vaisesika Prabhu says the devotees who are singing should be very much dedicated to a life of devotional service, and they should be taking care of the holy names as they are singing, knowing that they are simply the broadcaster, but that it's a power of the holy name that's attractive to the people. Of course, there are also atheistic considerations. Back in the 16th century, Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu meticulously organized his Kirtan parties, carefully choosing singers, musicians, dancers, and the numbers of each instruments used, and so on. More recently, Srila Prabhupada wanted his disciples to be smartly dressed, especially when presenting them to the public, saying, "Dress, then address." KirtanParty.com has just been launched and is still under construction now, but in time it will include many of these kinds of authoritative guidelines on street chanting from Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's biographies and the teachings of Srila Prabhupada. KirtanParty.com will also share best practices from successful Kirtan parties and tips on how to organize, and it will include a wealth of videos, photographs, and straight from the scene reports showcasing exemplary Kirtan parties across North America. Already there are inspiring cases. Devotees from New York City's Harinam Ashram chant publicly on the street of a Big Apple 365 days a week. And Washington DC devotees have 200 public Kirtan programs a year. And there are many more. Now is the time for a public Kirtan explosion, Vaisesika Prabhu feels, for several reasons. Devotees will be enlivened by it. The public have been waiting for it. One of the most frequent comments devotees get when they are out in public is, "Where have you guys been?" And increased Kirtan parties means increased book distribution. As Srila Prabhupada wrote, sankirtana and book distribution should go on together side by side. Most of all, Vaisesika Prabhu says the world needs it. The only way to solve the problems of the world is to increase the vibration of the Hare Krishna mantra. This, according to Vaishnava scriptures, is the main religious practice for this age. And so it should go on regularly in all cities around the world. To join the Kirtan Party Google group and report your community's public kirtans, please send an email to the following email address. You can also join the forum at the following address, or you can subscribe to the Kirtan Party newsletters here. Please visit www.kirtanparty.com. Thank you very much. For more news, stay tuned to Hare Krishna News. Hare Krishna.